Hello, Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for One Piece Chapter 984. When we last left our heroes, we continued our adventures in Onigashima. We had Parasparrow on his way to break up the Big Mom Kaido alliance. We had Big Mom turning her focus to Nami and the gang in the brothel, leaving Usopp and Chopper alone. Sanji's run off somewhere, Zoro's doing some fighting, Momonosuke has been crucified, but the crux of the chapter focuses on Luffy and his fight with Ulti in page 1, which goes decent, as I recall. They both turn out to be like dinosaur devil fruit users, but in a particularly rough spot of the fight for Luffy, he is saved by Yamato, Kaido's son. And so yeah, it's kind of where we left off last time. So let's go right into chapter 984, My Bible. Our cover picture here continues Gang Beaches of my family, and Pound is like crying, "It's me! I'm your father!" And we see Lola and Chiffon are very shocked by that. I still am a little annoyed that Pound lived, given how great his death was back on Whole Cake. But you know what? I'm down for that. Anyway, we open on, I guess, the aftermath of Ulti in page 1 being beat up by Yamato. In page 1, "Sis, snap out of it! The rest of you incompetent, go call a medical team." "Yeah, yes, sir." "Stupid Yamato. You better not lose sight of those two. Slow them down and tell me where they are." And some of the gifters turn to him. Page 1, what about you?" "Yeah, you took a real nasty shot, too." And he like puts his mask back on, I think. I don't think he actually had the mask off. Or hold on. Oh, he's kind of like rubbing his jaw, I think. "Good point. It hurt pretty bad. Almost loosened up my jaw a tad." "That's it? Speaking of, my jaw's in a lot of pain right now, and I don't know why, but talking kind of hurts. So we're gonna power through just because I want to get this video out. But this whole side of my face is not in a great spot right now. Anyway, get off me, get off you, medical team." This is Ulti, who's all of a sudden woken up and is like yelling for the medical team to get off. "Ah!" And he kind of like sits up real fast, and she hits the medic with her horns. And then she turns to page 1 and like hugs him. "Aw, Pei, that hurts so much. Pray for poor little me." "Then shut up and lie down." "Shut up." So they're kind of like bickering there. Ulti kind of like remembers what happened, I guess, and she starts like fuming. "Oh, and I'll get that Yamato. You dare to attempt us using Master Kaido's Thunder Bagua?" And page 1 kind of like sulks off. "I guess she's fine." "Thunder Bagua, more like Blunder Bagua." And then she's like coughs up blood, I guess, but she doesn't really have a. Like, is that a mask or is that part of her mouth? I'm assuming it's or part of her face. I'm assuming it's a mask, right? That has to be a mask. Which coughs up blood, pops up from the inside of her mask. "Actually, that hit you pretty hard." And then, so one of the gifters comes in and calls after them. "Page 1, Master Yamato and Straw Hat have stopped." And page 1 runs at them. "Good." And Ulti snaps, "Don't leave me behind." Sheesh. It's hard to believe how tough those dinosaur powers are. That's some of the gifters just, remarking on how powerful they are. "Wait, I'm serious. I mean you no harm. I told you I'm in a hurry." So Luffy has started fighting Yamato because, he's Kaido's son. "Where are you trying to take me? I don't have time to waste with you, whoever you are. I don't have time to waste with you, whoever you are." This is, he's like using his elephant gun, and Yamato is blasting it with what I guess is the Thunder Bagua. Anyway, Luffy starts to like kind of breathe heavy. "Just hear me out. I'll give you 5 seconds. There are people watching here. I want to go somewhere else." "Then no." And all of the henchmen are like kind of talking to each other. "And we're supposed to slow down Master Yamato? How do we do that? We can't even get close." And Luffy and Yamato are continuing to like go at it. Yamato deflecting Luffy's punches, and Yamato says, "You stubborn mule. This is only making me remember a battle from the past." And Luffy does not care about whatever flashback Yamato is about to get into. "I've had enough of you." And he goes for another punch. I can't tell if he makes the punch, but I'm assuming he does. because we get this big old explosion going on there. Yeah, all the henchmen are kind of like flowing back. And page 1 calls out, "Where's Yamato? I'm sorry, sir. We lost sight of them." Now we cut back to the performance stage, Skull Dome, which is back where Momonosuke is being crucified, and Orochi is speaking to all of the other henchmen. On the very day that Kozuki Oden died, this little whelp vanished from the flaming ruins of Oden Castle. Where did he go? To the future. He crossed 20 years of time and appeared in present-day Wano, the very same age as when he vanished. You see, Oden's wife Toki was a witch, capable of sending her vengeance into the future. Does he not know that Toki was a devil fruit user, or is he just manipulating his word choice to rile up the henchmen? But anyway, they all laugh. Is that even possible? You can find little kids with top knots all over the place. Another henchman. The name Kozuki is extinct. It died out ages ago. Ain't that right, brother? Gahaha! Oh, is that Frankie? No, it's not, because is Frankie with Chopper's gang? But it's definitely Jinbei and Robin. Not even subtle. Jinbei especially still has is that the Sun Pirates tattoo on his chest? Not even being vaguely subtle. I don't think that guy is Frankie though. I assume that all 3 of them were Straw Hats. I think that's just some random beast pirate, to show how well Robin and Jinbei are blending in. Anyway, ain't that right, brother? Gahaha! And he kind of slaps Jinbei's shoulder pads. Wahaha! Yeah, totally, man, totally. And Robin calls out, "Don't do it all the way up on that stage, bro. Bring him down here so I can stab his freaking eyes out." Robin is living for this. And Robin looks back at Jinbei and whispers, "What should we do, boss? I can't stand to see poor Momo like this." The samurai will spring into action. Just wait. He kind of looks off to the side, expecting the samurai to be there. And back on the stage, Orochi calls out, "Shall I stab him, shoot him, or boil him for old time's sake? Gahaha! Stay strong, Nico Robin." And then all the partiers, Lord Momonosuke. Oh no, these are all of Kinemon's men. All right, we might not recognize because they're all really minor characters. And so we're seeing all of them who are actually on our side, praying for Momonosuke's safety, including Kyogoro, by the way, who's there. The raiding samurai were steadily blending further into the feast. Meanwhile, the Polar Tang submarine carrying the other Akazaya reached the rear side of the island. "Hey, Law's back!" And he's over there with his driver. "Get us as close to the island as you can." "Got it." "We're already caught in the powerful current. Once we surface, we'll only have a moment. Beppo, Shachi, Penguin, are you ready?" And the 3 of them, "Aye, aye, Captain." Kiku calls, "We are ready for battle, Sir Trappy." Raizo, "And what will we find on the island?" "Get ready. We're surfacing along the rear of Onigashima." And we see Inuarashi, the Kappa, whose name I am forgetting, and Ashuramaru are also ready for the battle. And just then we see it's snowing outside. And then, of course, Law activates his room. And so they've surfaced now. And they're now on the outside of the Polar Tang. Inuarashi looks up and thinks on the snow. And then Law activates his room to get them. So on my reader, the 2 pages are separated by right in the middle of the panel is separated by the page turn, and it's not being shown as a 2-page spread because Shueisha's manga reader fucking sucks. But anyway, it looks like he uses chambres to I guess get them inside the little circle thing. Again, the depictions of Onigashima is kind of confusing sometimes. But I think they're now inside the island, right behind the Skull Tower. And yeah, we see like a few bits of like rock somehow fall onto the surface, onto the deck of the polar tang. But the gang gets back in the submarine. There they go. Close the hatch. We're going back under. Um, or no. Okay, so Law replaces them with the rocks to send them into Onigashima, and then the polar tang leaves. Gotcha. Sorry, this whole infiltration plan is so confusing. I don't know why it's so hard to piece out what's going on in any given scene. Anyway, they are now, in Onigashima proper. We're here. That is truly a wondrous jutsu. Um, and so Law looks up. There are two entrances. The one above has to be the way to Kaido. Hey, wait, be a bit more careful with... Beggars can't be choosers. You said this was a brilliant plan. And just then, Nekomamushi... oh, I guess it must be Marco, Nekomamushi, and Izo. And also this page also seems to be cut up like mid-panel, so it's going to be really hard to read this page. I'm really sorry, but God, Shueisha needs to get their fucking act together so I can read these fucking two-page spreads better. Anyway, Nekomamushi falls on his head. Mrog! Cat Viper, which I always forget is the official English name for him. I'm so used to using the manga stream translation. And then Arashi looks up and sees Marco. Marco, you haven't changed a bit. So you carried him over? Yes, and I'm beat. We can reminisce later. I spotted a strange shadow at sea earlier. I'm going to check it out. So Marco, I guess, I'm assuming it's Paraspero. He's going to go check out. And the Kappa, who's Kawamatsu. Kawamatsu is his name. You're so big now, Cat Viper. And then Ashiromaru looks up. Huh? You? Do I doubt my eyes? And Kiku sees, I'm assuming Izo, and starts to tear up. Oh. That's just Cat Viper being a cat. That's just, I had to go back to the past page to see it. That's right, I didn't mention it earlier. Izo? Marco said he knew where to find him, so he went to go pick him up. And yeah, there is Izo with Cat Viper, and, Kiku is just, like, crying her eyes out. Brother, just look at you now, Kiku. You've turned into a great samurai. Brother, Izo! And, Kiku and Izu have a little hug there. Now we go inside the castle. Where is Lin Lin? Oh, she's on her way here now. This is, with Kaido again. You could have told me that earlier, Bao Huang. Teehee. Whoops. Sorry. Hold on. Are we back in another two-page spread? Yeah, we are. Okay. God damn you, Shueisha. God damn you. Anyway. So Kaido just, stands up. Well, that's that. Let's make the announcement with Momonosuke's execution. Listen up, people. And he steps out onto the balcony where all the revelers are. That's our boss. When he shows up like that, his presence is overwhelming. Is that hell up on that stage? I'm going to liven up the execution of this tedious brat with an announcement that might catch your attention. Whoa, yeah, Kaido. And we see that, Orochi is not exactly pleased to see Kaido here. That's kind of he's definitely frustrated at Kaido interrupting this. Listen up. I'm going to explain the new Onigashima Project. Yeah! So that's interesting, that I'm sure we'll have time to get into later. But now we move to attic space inside the castle, back with Yamato and Luffy. You get 5 minutes. Okay. One day I told my father, I want to be Kozuki Oden, and he clobbered me for it. Okay. So that's interesting. He's a Kozuki fan. He's an Oden fanboy, which of course would explain why he get beat up by Kaido for that. Anyway, Luffy kind of gets shocked at that. Why are you telling me this? I was there 20 years ago. I witnessed 20 years ago at Oden's execution. I witnessed the hour of legends. They'll never see a greater samurai. And Orochi and my father killed him. I was mortified. But even more than that, I was inspired. I couldn't stop crying. The emotions were so powerful. And he's like physically shaking Luffy. Luffy's head is going back and forth. After that, I found Kozuki Oden's voyage journal in Kuri. It is my Bible. Oh, a journal. And my father and his crew don't know this journal exists. His grand adventurous life and very important things are written in here. And now the Akazaya samurai are dead. Someone else has to carry on Oden's will. Oh, wait, hold on. That would mean that is the truth of Laugh Tale in that book? Does Yamato know what the One Piece is? Hold on. That's why I choose to open this country to the world. I want to fight on your side. And Yamato takes off the mask. And Luffy looks at him. Huh? You said son, right? Well, Kozuki Oden was a man, wasn't he? So I chose to be a man too. I can tell that you are very strong. And you haven't even tried your hardest yet. You remind me of Ace. Huh? So Yamato also knows Ace. Next chapter hits July 19th. Something of note here, though. I feel like with Yamato being noted here and the little box thing is Kaido's daughter, we kind of need to discuss Oda and his treatment of trans people, I think. A little bit. Just because, I love Kiku. And I guess Kiku, my big fear is, of course, the Okamas, which Ivanov and Bon Clay aside are mostly very bad. Especially Sanji's whole 2-year training being, a giant trans panic gag is just kind of a mess. But then you have people like Kiku, who is, notably a trans woman. The narrative pulls no punches on that fact, and is treated with nothing but respect. So, and then we have now Yamato. So, I don't know. Until further notice, I'm going to probably keep using he pronouns for Yamato. It seems like what he's going for with his, I chose to be a man too. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's very weird. But anyway, we can talk about the bulk of this chapter without going into the whole whatever gender stuff is going on with Yamato, just because that's more complicated than I want to go into right now. Anyway, Shueisha's reader sucks and it can't handle 2-page spreads, which is a problem for One Piece, which loves its 2-page spreads. So, still mad about that. It's not turned out as bad as my first One Piece video, which y'all may recall. But it was not a great time trying to read this chapter. Anyway, the chapter itself was a lot of fun. Both between, Luffy and Yamato's short bout. That part was fine, I will say. It's not exactly a dynamic fight. It's just kind of they throw a punch and then they kind of shut up and they move. I'm gonna go out on a limb, though, and say that Battle from the Past is with Ace. Just because, as we find out, he does know Ace. He knew Ace, presumably when Ace was on Wano and met Tama. Was that 2 years ago? Was that shortly before Ace's death? Or is that more time? I'm not sure. But anyway, so I'm assuming we're going to get more flashback about Yamato and Ace. Maybe not a full, multi-chapter thing like we got with the Oden flashback, and more like a few pages of, here's Yamato and Ace meeting. Or probably, maybe a chapter or two. Definitely not the 12-chapter behemoth that was the Oden flashback. But yeah, anyway, move on to the bulk of the chapter. And it involves, we get this great moment of just Robin and Jinbei living it up as Kaido subordinates that I love. And we see just how well Team Kinemon has kind of inserted themselves in Kaido's forces, which is really good news. That means we have many allies just dotted throughout the Beast Pirates, which is good because if the Beast Pirates don't know who's a friend and who's a foe, that's good news for us. Meanwhile, the Akazaya and Law have made it to Onigashima, where they meet Izo, Marco, and Cat Viper. Marco leaves real fast to deal with Paraspero for the second time, because of course he is. But yeah, we also get a cute little Kiku and Izo reunion that we don't really spend that much time with. We don't even really get a good shot of the two of them being in the same panel. But I imagine there'll be plenty of time for that later. And honestly, I'm not too upset about that, just because Izo is a character I genuinely had to when Izo was first introduced again in the Oden flashbacks, had to go on the One Piece wiki and then accept there was a character I had completely missed, because I genuinely do not. I know for a fact he was in Marineford, and I have no memory of him being there. So yeah, there's that. So I'm not too upset about Izo. But then we have this new thing about the new Onigashima Project. Um, who knows what that's about? I sure as fuck don't. But whatever it is, it doesn't seem like Orochi is too happy about it. He seems very upset that Kaido, whether that's he's upset about the new Onigashima Project or he's upset for Kaido stealing his thunder, I'm not sure. That more remains to be seen. And then of course we have Yamato having, Oden's travel log. Which, again, as I said earlier, could mean that he knows what the One Piece is. But yeah, that all remains to be seen. Then we have the Yamato face reveal, and then you remind me of Ace. And yeah, that's kind of this chapter. So, wild shit going on here, and I can't wait to see what happens next. So, I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!